Welcome back to my vlog. I can't believe it's already been 3 months since I uploaded my last vlog. I mean, I started the year off so strong, was on track to hit all 52, one per week for the whole year. But then I signed my contract for the Las Vegas Aces training camp. And so once that happened, I really felt it on my heart that I needed to truly invest everything that I had in that present moment to preparing for that training camp. I also felt that it was work that needed to be done in the dark. And so with that, I sort of fell off the face of the earth. But you see, the time has come now for that journey to be brought into the light. My goal was to give myself my best shot at making a WNBA roster once again, and I was ready to invest literally everything I had into doing just that. Having recently moved to the Lower Mainland for the first time, I had to create my network from scratch. Thankfully, it didn't take me long to get plugged into the amazing people at Level 10 Fitness in North Vancouver. I started working out with Anthony and John 4 days a week and began taking small steps forward every single day. Twice a week, I would do a more traditional lift tailored to what I needed, and the other 2 days were spent improving movement quality and body control. We really worked from the ground up, and as the weeks passed by, it was so cool to see the changes in how I looked, felt, and moved begin to take place.
There you go. Hands up. There you go. Build tension, things lead. Belly button to me. There you go. Now, now your toes be off the ground. I want you to be a lot more violent. So you're going to go lean onto the ball a little bit more. There you go. Lie down, hang down.
After a few weeks of not being able to find a skills coach in the area, I realized I might need to look elsewhere. I connected with Chris Hippa and began to journey down to Seattle on my days off to work with him. In order to make this work with my training schedule at Level 10, I would drive down Wednesday morning, leaving at 4 a.m. just to get to Seattle in time for an 8 a.m. workout with Chris, grab some lunch in the city, and head back to the gym for a 1 p.m. session. I would then spend the night in the cheapest Airbnb I could find and head back to the gym for a final 5 a.m. session on Thursday morning, which allowed me enough time to hop back in my car and drive all 237 kilometers back to Vancouver in order to catch my afternoon lift at Level 10 that same day. Chris really helped me break my game out of the box I'd put it in for so long. I probably did more ball handling in those 2.5 months with him than my whole life before. He helped me solidify my three-point shot, along with learning new skills off the dribble. It was uncomfortable, and I was constantly being challenged. But as I grew and developed, I began to find a new level of fun and experimentation in the game that I'd never known before.
Now you're taking one bounce, get right into your dirt.
As time passed and my network grew, I finally began to make some basketball connections in Vancouver. Both Hart from 3C Training and Megan Pinsky from Split Second Basketball helped me in tremendous ways to prepare for my tryout. But even with all the help that I had, for every hour in the gym with the coach, there were multiple on my own. I was up early, working on my shooting, dribbling, improving my fitness, just hungry to get better. And so for 2.5 months, that was literally my life. I was training as much as I could in every area that I could. I was eating right and I was sleeping right. All with the hopes that I would break back into the WNBA. Only to be cut just a week into training camp. The first stage of my processing led me to the conclusion that you didn't even have a chance. It was all political. It was way over your head, Ruth. It didn't actually matter how you played. You were just a body. And I consoled myself with that for quite a while because, I was able to successfully deflect the blame. But as time went on and I was able to reflect more honestly and openly about my performance during the tryout, I realized that yeah, I did pretty good and I held my own for the most part. But I didn't dominate. I didn't go in there and force the management to make a tough decision, which was what I had to do. I failed my mission. It sucks to fail. I don't think it ever gets easy. It sucks to come up short, especially for something that you wanted so badly and worked so hard for. One of the hardest parts has actually been going back over the footage of my journey these past few months and seeing just how hard I was truly working for it, how focused I was on this one goal, and how badly I wanted it. I just need to make this team. I need this! Oh, I've worked so hard. My body's tired. Heading into training camp is terrifying, but I'm really proud of myself. Good on you, Ruth. Like, you chose to pursue this and you did it. And I mean, I really don't think I left anything on the table. Like, I have given this everything that I have. But, of course, there's a but. My story here is far from over. And to be honest, sharing this journey with you is really vulnerable and really hard, but I think that it's very important. Failure is real, and failure is so important. You don't have success without failure. And as much as our society tries to sugarcoat everything and only show the success stories, only show your good side, I think it's equally as valuable to share these hard, vulnerable stories about failure, about trying really hard to achieve something and coming up short. So that's why I'm here to share my story about failure. But here's the thing, it's not actually a story about failure. It's a story about courage. It's a story about a dream that became a plan of action. One that was lonely and hard and uncomfortable. From the outside looking in, you might just see the failure in itself. But what do I see? I see growth. I see my own limits being broken. And most importantly, I see myself being knocked down and having the courage to get back up and try again.